Good morning, seventh graders, or afternoon, whenever you're doing your math. We are into May already, so only a few more weeks to go. Yesterday, you guys finished an equations unit, which was just strictly solving equations. Today, we're going to start kind of the second part of that unit. We're going to move into solving systems of equations. So keep in mind, earlier this year, I had said at the end of the year, we will get to some of the harder things that you need to know for eighth grade. And so some of you might find this challenging, and that's okay. Email me. I can start holding some daily Zoom sessions to help you out. In fact, I might just do that so that if you guys have questions, you can pop on and ask. I think I will go back to having a daily Zoom session at 10:30, so that, because I know you might struggle with some of this. So we are going to spend a couple of days learning about solving for a variable and solving for y, and then we're going to move into solving systems of equations. So again, please don't forget to ask for questions. Make sure you contact me if you need help. So here we go, solving for a variable. So today I'm going to show you a formula that is all variables, okay? And there might be a couple numbers, but for the most part, it's just a variable. And we're going to solve for a specific variable. So looking at these formulas, this first one should look familiar to you. Our I equals P times R times T. That's our interest formula. And the thing that we want to solve for is P. So we want to isolate P. Okay, so what I like to do is go ahead and circle the P. I'm going to change my pen here real quickly. I'm going to circle the P because that's what I want to get by itself. Okay, so I'm going to draw my line. Now to isolate the P, I have to get rid of the R and the T. And because they're all being multiplied, I can just divide both sides by RT. Okay, now we can't really divide because they're not numbers, but in theory, if we had the numbers, that's what we would do. So these would cancel. What I'm left with is P equals I divided by RT. And that's your answer. Okay, so it may seem silly, but that's how you're going to leave your answer. Okay, the next one, F equals MA. Okay, force equals mass times acceleration. You probably learned that in science class. Okay, we are going to circle the A because that's what we want to solve for. That means I need to get rid of the M. So to get rid of the M, we're going to divide by M on each side. And A equals F divided by M. That is your answer. Okay, on your homework today, you're going to use Kami again to show your work. And I need to see it all worked out. I need to see the steps. Okay, here we're going to solve for C. This is actually Kelvins and Celsius. It's temperature. Okay, we want to solve for Celsius. So we're going to, it says C plus 237. To get rid of the plus 237, we have to subtract 237. We do that on both sides. Okay, so we have this C by itself equals K minus 237. Now we have to make sure that's in the right order. You cannot put 237 minus K. That would mean something different. It has to be K minus 237. Okay, we're going to do 3 more examples so that you can see all of these. Example 4. We are going to solve for B. Here's our volume formula. Volume equals capital B times H. Because this says times, we're going to divide both sides by H. And capital B equals your volume divided by the height. And that's your answer. So it does seem kind of simple that you don't have to actually do the math. Okay, here we're going to solve for M. Okay, I'm going to draw my line down the middle, circle the M, that's what we want to get by itself. Now this says M divided by pi equals 9. So I want to get rid of this dividing by pi. That means I need to multiply both sides by pi. So we have m equals 9 times pi. Okay, and the last one. Okay, this one's a little bit trickier because there's more than one step. We want to solve for h. We want to get the h by itself. Now there's two things happening here. H is being multiplied by b, and then it's being divided by 2. So we need to undo both of those things, but remember, we have to work backwards. So we're going to multiply by 2 first. So we end up with 2a equals b times h, and then we're going to divide by b. Okay, and when you divide by b, you get 2a divided by b equals h. Okay, and that is our final answer. So your homework, you are going to do the same process. You're going to do it on Kami, so whether you write with your finger or you do the typing, there's 5 problems to do. There will be 2 points each, so 1 point for showing your work and 1 point for the answer. I am going to have a Zoom session daily this week at 10:30 for anybody who wants to pop on and ask questions, or if you just need some clarification. So go ahead and pop on every day if you need to at 10:30 to get some help on this, especially if you're stuck. So do your very best. Good luck.